Allah in the name of Him, the most beneficent, the most merciful. My name is Ali Reza Jafarpur and I am consultant. Every company, any government in the world, if call my number that is 00989014746994. If you call me, I will increase your money and your power. For example, if BYD company call me, I will give them 15 new options. These new 15 options will make BYD company to be dominant over the world and over the market for cars. But what is my aim in these speeches? I want to reduce the pain of the every nation's the pain of every nation in the world. For example, I want to reduce America and American pains in the society. The society inside United States of America is painful society because they pay by Heidenway, they pay every month about $600. Every American pay for military expenditures. For the upcoming wars that would never happen or maybe happen in the future, an innocent America, poor America people have to pay this amount of the money, so that reduce the welfare for Americans. And I want to serve to all of the nations, all of the countries, reduce poverty in India, increase welfare for all of the nations and all of the people. And unfortunately, the process, the current progress in the world is not making welfare for all of the countries. Why? That is because all of the countries and all of the nations, especially United States of America and some other selfish countries, they want everything for themselves. They want all of the things for themselves. And because they want all of the things, they want to produce a lot of productions, a lot of goods, and they have to export these factory productions to all other countries. Every country is producer, for example, China, Russia, America, European countries. And they want to export because they don't have enough market, enough customers, enough demanding people for their productions inside their own countries, so they have to export to earn more wealth. But they have to make tariffs against the other countries and prevent other countries to export their productions to their homelands. They make a lot of tariffs wanting to prevent import from other producers. This increasement of the tariffs gradually and step by step will lead to economic wars, currency wars, and other wars. But that will not be finished by making economic wars. Economic wars gradually leads to proxy wars The same happened, for example, between Israel and Iran. Israel and Iran battle, Israel-Iran war, that was a proxy war made by United States of America. United States of America abused Israel and its innocent nation to going to the war with Iran on behalf of the American profits. And after this, gradually upcoming wars finally will lead to greater wars, and direct war gonna happen between Europe and Russia. Very huge war is upcoming. All is originated about selfishness and radical nationalism in every countries. So, world is in the chaos, and somebody have to manage this chaos and make new order in the world. God gave me power to make earthquakes in Japan, in America, floods, landslide, a lot of natural disasters in Europe, in China, in Russia. But I would never abuse this God-given power, and I invite all of the nations to cooperate and collaborate and increase welfare for all, increase welfare for each other. So America and its great nation sooner and or later have to reduce military expenditures and decrease the pressure over the poor people of United States of America. As I promised, I will deliver every American $600 more than now by reduce and delete military expenditures for America. About other countries, we will do the same, reduce military expenditures that would never gonna to make welfare for the nations. For example, if war happened between Pakistan and Afghanistan, if war happened between Pakistan and India, these poor nations have to tolerate the varying decisions by their own leaders, their own politicians, who gonna to be more rich after these wars, but innocent people have to pay the tax and pay the costs for these meaningless, resultless, fruitless wars. So I invite all of the noble politicians, all of the noble journalists to send my voice and interpret my message for their own nations. Send my greeting to all of the noble nations and accept my request about a new start for all of the human beings. I will divide the duties and tax by nations and countries about cooperations instead of making wars. So finally, we have to make a universal government, universal central bank, universal standard management system, the optimized management system, and a lot of other things that if you all of the noble peoples in the world who are listening to me, especially the topmost noble, knowledgeable people in the world who are Americans, if you listen to me and provoke and promote your governments, your politicians to come together and come with me, I will increase the income for every American up to 20,000 yuan per month, and I will rescue the most of the people inside United States who are suffering from injustice and spending a lot of money for meaningless things, for example, military expenditures. I will reduce the expenditures for Americans so Americans can earn every month about $3,000 by my new strategies, and also reduce the cost so every American can save 1,500 per month, and as a result most of the people inside United States, especially the society of the workers who are disappointed to earn enough money and buy houses and cars for themselves, all will be the owners of the house, and all will be living in a enough welfare living. That's gonna happen for Americans and also for the rest of the world. So I decided to divide the task and duties. For example, I invite all of the nations and countries buy clothes from India. India will be responsible to provide all of the clothes, tissues for every people in the world. The quality of the tissues and clothes made inside India is good and cheap price. So India has right to make clothes for all of the nations and export without tariff all these clothes to all of the nations and all of the countries. European countries will be responsible to provide and produce all of the house furniture, for example, all of the, for example, washing clothes, all of the dish clothes machines, all of the vacuumers, and all of the other electric stuff that is usable inside the houses. China will be responsible to produce all of the cell phones in the world. We know that iPhones and Apple, that is not buyable by everybody in the world. But China has power and has good factories like Xiaomi that can make the same quality and same safe devices like Xiaomi cell phones to all of the human beings. So China will be responsible to provide all of the cell phones in the world. Especially that China will be responsible to make all of the automation and robotics in the world. Russia will be responsible to provide good and cheap electricity for all of the nations and all of the countries. So Russia will make all of the nuclear power plants for electricity in all of the countries and in all of the world. We want to delete all of the tariffs between nations, and we want to make free economic relationships without. We want to delete all of the borders, economic borders between the nations and countries. Soviet Union countries, Russia, will be responsible to make all of the nuclear power plant in America continent, in Africa continent, in Europe, in Australia, in Asia. For all of the countries, Russia will make a lot of nuclear power plant. Iran will be responsible to coordinate and make a table for negotiations. Iran will prepare itself to be host and invite from great leaders to come in Iran and start new cooperation and collaboration. Iran coordinate and even make justice between countries. So Iran will be the capital of the political, just like as Iran was host after World War II. Stalin, Churchill, and Roosevelt came in Iran and made meeting in Iran because Iranian people are hospitable and they don't have any danger for everybody. So I can promise even Donald Trump come in Iran, Putin come Iran, any leader, the leader of the Pakistan, Afghanistan, India, all can travel in Iran. People, the leaders in Saudi Arabia, Ben Salman can come and visit Iran, and there is no danger, and Iran guarantee the safety for all of the leaders. Iran will be the capital of the world about the political affairs. That is because there is somebody in Iran who can make earthquakes in China, in Russia, in America, but he prefers to use his own power about improvement of the life for everybody in the world. Brazil will be responsible, Brazil will be responsible about all of the wooden stuffs in the world. For example, wooden chairs and wooden furniture in the house. America will be responsible to produce all of the transportable house. All of the houses in the world must be transportable because of a lot of disasters that is upcoming. For example, hurricanes, typhoons, and a lot of climate change in the world. We need to displace human beings. Modern displacement, not like the displacement of the people 10,000 years ago following animals and finding prey for food. Yes, in India, a lot of people live in the very bad conditions. There is not good clean houses in the many places in India. So if United States of America accept this new order, America will make about 1 billion, 2 billion transportable houses, and that will make good income for United States of America. Plus that, if United States of America cooperate with Iran, remove sanctions, not just about Iran, Russia, and India and China, I will do my promise. And what is this promise? I will make all of the deserts and mountains all of the lands inside United States. I will transform and change these lands to usable lands for farming and vegetable farming. So America will produce 90% of the vegetables, corns, and many other necessary foods in the world. So America will be blessed by Almighty God, who help all of the nations and save them from hungeriness and supply food for all. Also guaranteed America will make guarantees for food safety for all of the nations. Africa continent will be the center of the jewelries and gold and anything that gonna to use, especially in the marriage between people. This list that I presented in my speech is not ready and is not fixed and is not total. I am thinking to I am thinking to find a better way based on justice, divide productions to every country and start new participation in the world. Otherwise, I can promise that the life for Americans and Europeans gonna to be so hard, especially if America and European countries will have to send troops, their youth society, going into the meaningless war against Russia and China. So a lot of youth society, youth population inside Europe and America gonna to die if we continue this wrong progress. The process of the history is toward making wars, making Great World War III. In one side, China, Iran, India, and Russia, and other countries. The other side will be European countries and United States of America. The total cost of this upcoming war is not tolerable by European countries. European countries can't tolerate this great cost, not just economic cost, but send the youth society who hate capitalism. Most of the young society inside Europe hate capitalism, but they have to go to compulsory military forces and going to the war against Russia and lose their life for nothing. Because during this upcoming war and after that, European countries have to increase taxes, so European people have to pay about 400, 500, 600 euro. Everybody have to pay this amount of money. That is too much for Europeans, especially in nowadays conditions, in the current economic conditions. That is so much hard for European people. But if European people think more wisely, they will push their leaders, their politicians, to make agreement of the peace between European countries and Russia. Why this is so much more helpful to European society if they make agreement of the peace? They almost take very cheap or very free gases and fuel from Russia. Russia was so much generous to the European countries during the history Russia sent during the past decades almost free gases to European countries. But European countries, because of the varying propaganda by Western powers like America and Canada and Britannia, they ruined their own welfare and happiness, so they have to tolerate the coldness of the winter and pay a lot of unnecessary money for fuel to make their houses warm. What did America to European people who are suffering now? That is not a meaningful suffering. This is suffering for nothing. And I invite European countries, especially the great European nations, to think more deeply and come into the streets and make demonstrations against war between European countries and Russia. This is absolutely meaningless war because about the races, Russian races and European races, they are so much close together. About the religion, Russian people and European people are very similar because of the national benefits. Russia could be and can be very helpful about European countries by providing them very cheap gases. I don't know what is the meaning of this war. I know that is the mischievousness of the American politicians, and that is the conspiracy by 1% of the topmost rich people who live inside United States. They want more money, they want more luxurious houses, they want more luxurious life, so they sacrifice American nation, they sacrifice 80% of the America, they sacrifice 99% of the European people on behalf of their wrong wishes to have more money. The weapon factories, the factories who provide productions that we would use in the war, they want more money, so they make this conspiracy and they bribing American senators, they are bribing American representatives inside the parliament, inside the United States Congress, inside the Senate, to make meaningless war between Europe and Russia. Besides that, America understood, however wrongly, believe that if United States of America make war between different nations who are far from the America continent, that will make America more rich. That would enrich America's society. But I want to say that that was correct. 50 years ago, 40 years ago, that was correct. If United States of America make war in Asia, in Vietnam, between China and its neighbors, between India and Pakistan and every corner of the world. That was good for United States economy. Those time was good, but now that is not good because nowadays people in the world, they are so much informant, they are so much knowledgeable. They know that the satanic approach by United States of America, that would make everything worse than ever inside United States of America. So I want to invite European countries, stop war with Russia, make a good permanent agreement for peace, and start cooperations. Otherwise, the army of Almighty Allah, who are invisible army from other dimensions, will strike and beat the lands of the European countries, the lands of the United States, and make a ruined land. And you will see that whatever you did about Japan people, Hiroshima and Nagasaki, the same is going to happen to your countries and your nations. And this is the revenge by Almighty Allah against the America and its nation, against the Europe and its nation. So stop conspiracies and stop this wrong approach that you done during the history. Come back to the main discussion. What I am talking about, I want to say that to every nation and every noble people in the world, in Europe especially, and in United States, in China and in Russia, in India and in Iran, in Israel and in South African countries, Japan, Australia, Canada, and many other countries, South American countries. Think deeply. Instead of the spending money for military forces, and instead of increasement about military budgets, you can spend this money to increase welfare for their own people and start to make a universal government cooperating between nations about improvement of the life for every country, every nation. Just close your eyes, and imagine in your mind, if we help to each other, for example, if we help China and China versely help concurrently China equally help us. What we do about China? We accept China to be manager of the automation in every country. So we will buy the Chinese cell phone, everybody, and accept Chinese IT, accept Chinese IT industries, accept Chinese artificial intelligence and robotic industries. We support China and China support all of the world by making everything robotics in our house. If you do this and cooperate with me and China and accept Iran as a programmer for these high civilizations, what's gonna to happen? Close your eyes and see that just in 1 year, next year in your house, there is some robots that clean your house, help you about everything, wash your machine, wash your cars, and you just sit on the chair and use your cell phone to control a lot of robots that is working instead of you in the factories. You just doing something like gaming, and from house you control your farm, you do agriculture, you send your robot instead of yourself to the factory or to the company to work instead of you, but you are controller of your robots, and the eyes of your robots is similar to camera, and you see all of the surroundings from far by your robots. You send your robots to the hard situations. For example, if there is fire in some dangerous place, you would never go by yourself. You will send your robot to do everything that is necessary. So the quality of the life gonna to improve in your country. For example, you take a huge places or rent a very, very great garden, rent a very, very great farm, and employ 10 up to 20 robots. You buy this, for example, by gradually installment. You pay this amount of money to China, and China give you 20 robots. You will have 20 workers that are working for you in your farm, and you will increase your wealth maybe 40 times, 50 times more than common, because these robots, they are not gonna to be tired, and you can control these robots and do farming, and you can make a lot of money. So you will increase your wealth by cooperation instead of work hard and spend a lot of money and taxes for meaningless wars that America gonna mischievously and by doing conspiracies by 1% rich people who want illegally and meaninglessly destroy China and Russia, who are real servant to all of the human being, and that is just because of the biases and wrong thinking that we have to destroy anything that is against capitalism. That's the wrong idea. You don't have to destroy capitalism, anti-capitalism. You don't have to destroy communism or Marxism or socialism. All we can cooperate with each other and improve the life for everybody who live on earth. So I am trying to introduce new era. I am doing very important thing for all of the human beings. I will increase the welfare for all of the human beings 10 times more than now. Just in the few years, we would never see the children laborers, the children workers inside India. We will help all of the nations to improve their life and live friendly and happily beside their families, instead of making a lot of depression and sadness and sadness that's because of the send youths to the war and kill innocent people in the wars. The same happened in the Ukraine. You will see that in Ukraine, most of the girls have to immigrate. They would never have Ukrainian husbands, so they have to travel to other countries to find family for themselves. And the generations of the Ukrainian will be annihilated because of the wrong decisions and selfishness and radical neo-Nazism and radical nationalism and fascism by Zelensky and corrupted political leaders inside Europe. I can give you the promise. Also, I can give Americans that I will give you new technology about farming and agriculture, so you can make 100 trillion yuan a year. Yes, 100 trillion yuan every year. You can increase the national wealth and national income for United States of America. Invite you another time to cooperate, and invite you to accept Iran to be a place that make coordinations and cooperations between nations and between the countries. There is a lot of things to say. For example, in this new era and in this new order, every country will have a role. Japan will make all of the very advanced televisions for every family in the world. So we will divide every productions, or we will find a list of the productions and divide fairly and based on justice to many governments, to many countries. So we will have very, very good days, beautiful days. Go now to have by all of the peoples. You can keep my promise about improvement of the welfares. It doesn't matter you are Muslim or not. I ask you to believe in God and be monotheist. Whatever is your religion, I would never ask Indian people to come into the Islam. Otherwise, I would never do this or do that. No, I believe about equality of the every nation, every people. We are equal and we are brothers and sisters because we are from Adam and Eve. We are finally from a parent, and that is not deniable. Finally, we will understand, and if we think deeply, our parents is the same, so we are all brothers and sisters, so we can live in brotherhood and sisterhood. So I invite every people and every nation believe in monotheism and destroy your wrong lords, your wrong gods. Delete these gods because these gods will destroy your life. Whatever you believe about your God is wrong. These gods would never let you to empower yourself and grow yourself, because when you make God or godness for yourself, you think that you have to be obedient about this God or godness or this idol, so that you will make a limitation for yourself about have more achievement. Destroy your God and know there is the upper God, and there is the God upon the gods, and there is the unknown gods, and there is the King of the gods, and the God of the God of the God, and Lord of the gods. And if you find, you will find one day that every dimension has its own God, and there are the hierarchy of the gods. And Allah is the God of the gods. It doesn't matter you believe me or not. Sooner or later, when you delete and destroy your own God, you will find the greater God. And this God inside yourself gonna to be destroyed every day, and tomorrow you gonna to find the greater God, the God upon the gods. You believe in the greater gods, your world gonna to be greater, and your world gonna to be better day by day. What I am talking to you is about to enlarge the your own universe that you made inside your brain and inside your mind. So if you find someday that the universe is so much sophisticated than you had ever thinking, if you someday understand, you will someday understand that there are a lot of words and word of the words, and there are a lot of dimensions upon the dimensions, and I will describe this by using physics, and I will prove these new dimensions, and dimensions is the golden key for you to access the limitless power and energy for yourself, and a lot of miraculous um, golden garden I am gonna to build for you. We cooperate with each other, and we will improve the life for everybody. Doesn't matter its nationality, gender, or race. We will make equality between all of the nations and countries, and we will cooperate with each other. We will divide the task and duties and produce productions between all of the countries, improve the life, making justice, and make a universal government, and all cooperate with each other, make better world for everybody. Waiting please for more clues and more proposal by me. I want to ask all of the politicians, start new era, start nobility, being noble, start to be noble, and collect together and come into the peace, come to the table for negotiations, and we will have great things to do together. So forget selfishness, leave selfishness, leave leave it alone. Radical nationalism, and delete neo-Nazism, forget the war, and prevent anything that provoke and provoke wars. I want to ask European countries, especially Germany, don't make pressure over people. The World War III is not going to happen unless that you want to destroy your country by one of the Russian atomic bombs. So all of these military expenditures is useless and meaningless, just deceiving people to take not right money from innocent people of the Germany. We will see that I will be in touch with great nations in the world, especially great European nations. I will ask them to come and make peace agreement between European countries and Russia, and reduce military costs and increase welfare for European countries. Also increase welfare for Iranians. Help Iranians and facilitate communication between Iran and Iranian to all of the countries. Iran gonna to be the capital of the world, and Iran will show in the upcoming months limitless resource of the wealth, golds, and a lot of unknown wealth resources you will find and discover in Iran. God bless you and thank you for listening. Thank you, broadcasters. I am at your service and I am the man who will make all of the countries to perform as a united countries. So all of the borders, especially economic borders, language borders, race borders, step by step will be removed and Iran will be free visa for everybody to come inside Iran and enjoy the beauties inside Iran. I will propose the correct and right way to everybody on earth. If you come with me and if you follow me, the immense wealth is coming to your life. It doesn't matter you are Americans, Jewish inside Israel, or Japanese, or Chinese, or Iranian, or African, Arabs, Muslims, Christians. If you come with me and follow me, billions of the new resources for wealth will come to your life and I have the golden keys that I will open these treasures for you. God bless you, especially Nobel Americans who sent my voice to all of the societies. We are ready to cooperate and collaborate between all of the nations, even Israel, and we are ready to finish NYT and start cooperation that is helpful and beneficial for all of the peoples in the world. I recommend Israel forget hostility and enmity, and I will give you my hand. And this is the start for friendship. About being Muslim or not, about being monotheist or not, as you wish, do as you wish. But that would be so much beneficial for you to be monotheist. And no, I know that a lot of atheists and agnostics live in Israel, maybe about 60% of the Israeli people. I invite you, everybody in the world, to be monotheist. And if you be monotheist, a lot of treasures will emerge in front of your eyes. God bless you all. God bless all of the Nobel journalists. God bless everybody who sent my voice and interpret what I am talking about. Peace make welfare. War make poverty and disasters. And this pressure must and will be tolerated by all of the peoples. Nobody is safe, even inside New York, even inside Los Angeles. If you think that you live in United States and so you are safe from any danger, I am informing you that you are absolutely wrong, because world is changed. World is not similar even to 10 years ago or 20 years ago. If you make war, war will come in your life. Doesn't matter how far you are from battle. The battle will come to your house. Believe me or not, you will see that I am right.